just got to the hotel here in Miami, had a really good flight over, got a lot of work done, did a little bit of editing, really reviewed the slides, and really looking forward to this one because it's a quick 2-hour session. The group really wanted me to focus on like a solution-based problem-solving module, and I thought it was very interesting because it's perfect for what we do at Reality-Based Leadership, especially with this concept of getting people to not just talk about problems that are going on in the workplace, but how to get them into thinking differently about solutions and what's their impact on solutions. Because what we found is that as people get more fluent in these drama-free techniques to really move away from that time and energy that would be lost to drama and put it towards, taking action and working towards better results, what they'll find is that in the absence of drama, in our natural state as humans, we're very good problem solvers, we're very good collaborators, we're very creative in our natural state once the drama's gone. And so that's a big point I'm going to drive home tomorrow, is that as we help our team eliminate emotional waste by getting them into better mental processes as leaders, your team's going to naturally be more collaborative, more innovative, and actually able to jump in and problem solve a lot faster. The goal of tomorrow is leave these leaders with 2 or 3 tools in the moment that they can use in front of their teams when they feel like they're stuck, like, oh my gosh, again, another team member came with the problem and they have no recommendations for a solution. We're going to be sure to give them 3 of our ego bypass tools to be able to help when they're just pointing out the problem and what's all wrong and why it's not going to work and why this is an absolute disaster. We're going to help that leader in that moment call that person to greatness and get them thinking differently. And then if it is an ongoing issue, that leader can then jump in and help fix circumstances. But the big thing about leadership is it happens in those moments where you have a great coaching question or a tool you can pull out and make something visual for that person to see where they're getting into a story, where they're not thinking of another option. So it's going to be very powerful if we get that connection made for those leaders, and it'll be amazing to see how they use it moving forward. So we're going to review the slides one more time, get a little bit of sleep, and then we will see you in the morning. Good morning, Miami. Gonna be a good one. To the venue we go. 2-hour session today, as I said. Let's get after it.
Ask me if I said it, yeah, I said it all.
Oh, foggy lens. The humidity. Just finished up, guys. One of my favorite ones yet. I mean, the group was amazing. Jumped right in with all the activities. Whew. Humid as ever out here. Ready to head on back. Where I played ball, and then he goes, one of my best friends is the owner of the Miami Heat, and he would have loved your talk, and I'll put a word in for you. I'll reach out to him, I'll tell him about your stuff. And so I'm like, what? It was like crazy. So he was just sitting in the back. I didn't realize they told me he was like the president of their company was in it. They have some ideas. It might be interesting what could happen, so I'm really excited, and I'll give you the update later. This girl right here is a rock star. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Dorr.
Back to Omaha. So it was a crazy quick session today, 2 hours. I actually apologize, I didn't get any real footage from the keynote, and so the thing that was really talked about was the idea of venting. And someone raised their hand about halfway through the presentation and said, isn't some venting good for you, isn't it? Some venting really healthy for people. We found in the research is that venting is actually not helpful. It actually leads to more venting, and it really just fuels these negative thought processes, and what you have to do is keep fueling them to get that same feeling, so people keep venting, and so it cultivates more venting. And so we know that the number one thing that gets people out of venting is self-reflection. And so as a leader, the number one thing you can do is get someone who is venting into self-reflection, into a better part of their brain by asking a great question. And so we teach leaders these simple questions like, what do you know for sure? What could you do to help? Those help people get out of venting if they're caught in a story. What do you know for sure? Gets them thinking about, what are the facts? What is my reality? What did you do to help? Gets people out of venting and judging someone else into, what could I actually be doing to help here, instead of tattling and gossiping. And so the self-reflection piece is so important, because self-reflection is the first step to accountability. And what we found in our research is that accountability is the number one driver of happiness. And so if we can get people out of venting and into self-reflection, we can really have some big impact into this idea of venting. Well, that's all for today. Good trip to Miami. If you guys like the vlog, give this a thumbs up. Leave me any messages in the comments. Love to hear what you think. Any insights or any things you thought were interesting, or any questions you do have. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We'll see you again soon. Let's keep ditching the drama.